Aquafina and the crew of the Aquafina Purity One lightship are proud to be a part of tonight's game coverage. We hope you're enjoying this pure view from high in the sky. You saw the score. It's 5-1 National League with a 5-run fifth inning. Changes all over the place for the National League, and that includes the man on the mound as Posada stands in. 0 for 1. Russ Ortiz, who pitched for Dusty Baker, now the manager of the Cubs. Last year when both were with San Francisco, finds a strike. Away we go. We've got Richie Sexson at first base. Luis Castillo, a late addition. He's at second base. Rafael Furcal stays in the game at short after pinch hitting for Renteria. There's a strike, and it's 0-2. Over at third base, it's Mike Lowell. What a year he's having for the Marlins. He's off the market. Luis Gonzalez is in the game in left. Andrew Jones stays in center. And over in right, it's Preston Wilson. Lopez is still catching as Posada flares one foul. And you would have to assume, although we won't know until the next time the spot comes up, that Barry Bonds is probably finished as the DH after going 0 for 3 at the plate.
I think one of the big reasons Javi Lopez is still catching is because of Russ Ortiz, the Braves starter with 12 wins this year. Traded from San Francisco, and what a job he's done for Bobby Cox and Leo Mazzoni down in Atlanta.
Kerry Wood went 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. And now it's Ortiz, the fourth pitcher of the evening for the National League. So the American League down by 4 runs here in the bottom of the fifth inning. 1-2 pitch, 2-2. Woody Williams is getting loose. Brought 30 family and friends with him to this All-Star game at U.S. Cellular Field.
Is that right?
30.
30.
A 2-2 pitch. A strikeout starts the night for Russ Ortiz. And let's check in with Steve Lyons, who's standing by with Todd Helton.
All right, Joe. Todd got things started in the fifth inning for the National League with the 2-run homer. And you guys take a lot of heat, you, Preston Wilson, Larry Walker, about the rare air up there in Colorado. But nothing too cheap about a home run dead central in this ballpark.
No, not at all. The ball flies pretty good here, but we do take a lot of heat, but we feel we can hit anywhere against any pitcher, and we take that approach on the road, and it's been working a little bit for us lately.
Do you guys feel, as your National League club looks at things right now with the guys you have in the pen, with Smoltz and Wagner and Gagne, this game turns into a 7-inning game when you put 5 runs up in the fifth inning like that?
Nobody wants to face those guys. They are filthy, and we felt, we talked about in the clubhouse, if we could just get a lead, that things were gonna work out pretty well for us.
How much fun is it that you don't have to face them today?
Exactly. We'll let the American League worry about them today.
All right, Todd, thank you very much. Joe, Spot, back to you.
All right, Steve, thanks. And thanks to Todd Helton. Congratulations to Todd Helton, who hits a home run and now gets to sit and watch the rest of this one with you. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That is on the outside corner. Another at bat for Ichiro, his third plate appearance of the night. With Soriano on deck. Delgado, if anybody gets on. 5-1 National League, fifth inning. 2-1 pitch. 3-1. Here's what it looked like. Started the scoring for the National League. Hits in the inning by Helton, Roland, Furcal, Andrew Jones, and Albert Pujols. 3-1 pitch. You can see Ichiro trying to do something with that pitch, just chopping it over to the left side, and the count's full 3-2.
He never becomes overly enamored with power, particularly with 2 strikes. Those high choppers to the left side, he outruns the ball. He's running when he hits it.
3-8. That's his time down to the first base bag. And he can go down to first on ball 4. 1 on, 1 out. Wanda Sykes is at the ballpark, one of our first megastars that joins us here at U.S. Cellular Field.
Right, Wanda.
On Fridays on Fox. You have to believe that Jim Belushi is somewhere here. You have to believe that Bill Murray is here.
Both from Chicago, Second City. It's anything but Second City, this town.
Both Cubs fans. 1 on, 1 out, Soriano. Takes up and away from Russ Ortiz. Soriano is struck out and flying to center. So who will bridge the gap for the National League to that three-headed monster down in their bullpen?
Steve Lyons and Todd Helton both talking about it, reinforcing your point earlier. 5 outs before the National League gets to the 7th inning.
So it's Ortiz now with Woody Williams getting loose for the 6th. 1 on, 1 out. Soriano with a good swing, 1-1. Dusty Baker has this group which to choose down the stretch in this game. Look at the opponent's average that Tim marks. Gagne is just sensational. With 3 pitches he can throw for strikes.
And all 3 complement one another. A left-handed fireballer, a right-handed fireballer, and then Gagne with a great changeup and off-speed stuff.
Runner at first, 1 out. Russ Ortiz dealing with Soriano. That's not well hit into right center field, and Preston Wilson will come get it. 2 out. Soriano, who's that rare combination of power and speed, is 0 for 3. Carlos Delgado, who has the only RBI of the night for the American League, walks in. Schmidt, Wolf, Kerry Wood, Russ Ortiz, the pitchers tonight for the National League. See some of the stars that are still on the bench for the AL, like Giambi, Garciaparra, Dusty Baker. Emptied his dugout a moment ago. Wouldn't say this game is out of reach. The way this pitching has been, you get that feeling. And with what's lurking in the bullpen, as opposed to a 2-1 game or a 3-1 game, it's 5-1, which may have made it a little easier for Dusty Baker to push some of those guys out of the dugout and make substitutions. Delgado 2-0.
By the way, if the National League wins, they would have gotten home field advantage in the World Series this year anyway. So this just in. Whoever wins the World Series, that will determine home field advantage for the All-Star game next year.
No, it doesn't work that way. Ichiro is sealing, and Delgado fouls it back. So you're now trying to make more changes.
I was only kidding.
Whoever wins the World Series, that league gets home field advantage in the All-Star game.
Next year's All-Star game will be played in Houston.
Well, they alternate every year.
Yeah, right.
AL, NL. Delgado with a count of 2-1. Oh, what a rip. What a rip. It's 2-2.
So strong. Got in on him just a wee bit. You can see Lopez sitting inside. That's where American League pitchers try to pitch Delgado inside. Most power hitters you try to crowd.
1 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Delgado took low for ball 3. Mark Mulder warming up a moment ago. Likely the next pitcher for the American League, as their bullpen is quiet at the moment. Runner at first. Ichiro will go. 3-2. Chased it. Delgado strikes out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Ortiz. And the American League strands its 5th runner. We go to the 6th. NL on top by 4.